Greetings. I am a representative, as you are, of the anti-Semite movement. These videos are not edited. They are AI assisted and read from script. Today's subject is part 3 of Moses, Israelites, ANTISINITES. Let's explore even more aspects, as this is part 3. Let's explore even more aspects of the anti-Semite movement and its parallels with the journey of the Israelites, looking into the psychological, social, and sin-free dimensions. Psychological dimensions, cognitive transformation. We are knowing of the transformation that we are going through. Israelites' mental shift. There is a mental shift. The transition from slavery for any people held in bondage, transitioning into freedom requires a significant cognitive mental shift for the Israelites and others who have been held in slavery. They have to reframe their identity from that of slaves to that of a free and chosen people. Just as drug users have to reframe their identity from that of a slave to drugs to being a free and chosen practitioner of God's commandments. Just as an ex-convict has to reframe their identity, mentality, and mindset from that of a criminal to being a free and chosen person living sin-free, living in the world, but not of the world. Anti-Semite cognitive shift. Similarly, an anti-Semite movement involves a profound mental transformation. Individuals need to reframe our identity from being inherently sinful to being capable of living a sin-free life. This involves changing thought patterns, a new self-perspective, and adherence to a new moral code of conduct. Overcoming psychological barriers, fear and doubt. The Israelites struggled with fear and doubt, which often led to rebellion and loss of faith. Modern psychological barriers. Individuals today also face psychological barriers such as fear of failure, self-doubt, and the temptation to revert to old habits of drugs, drinking, gambling, sexual lust, lying, and insubordination to God's commandments. The anti-Semite movement encourages overcoming these barriers through strong belief, practice of God's commandments as positive reinforcement and a strong anti-Semite support system. Social dimensions. There are social dimensions, community dynamics, Israelite community. The Israelites had to function as a cohesive community, supporting each other through their journey. Social cohesion and shared purpose were very important. Anti-Semite community. Building a strong, supportive community is essential in the anti-Semite movement. Social support is to help individuals stay committed to a sin-free lifestyle, providing encouragement, accountability, and shared knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Leadership and influence. We are leaders and influencers. Moses' leadership. Moses role as a leader was pivotal. He was a source of guidance, inspiration, and enforcer of divine laws. Modern leadership, effective leadership within the anti-Semite movement is crucial. Leaders who exemplify sin-free living, leaders who exemplify sin-free living and provide guidance, motivation, and accountability inspire others to follow suit. Any person who says they love God but refuses to join on to the anti-Semite movement, having the understanding that an anti-Semite does not remove anyone from the standpoint of what or who the person claims to believe in. However, whatever their claim, they cannot refuse to strive to become sin-free. They cannot refuse to strive to become sin-free. When a person proclaims or claims to follow God but refuses to strive to live sin-free, that person is a liar. No matter what their claim may be, all God's religions, all of God's righteous religions promote sin-free living. We have sinless dimensions. There are sinless dimensions. Divine connection, Israelites and God. The relationship between the Israelites and God was central to their journey. It was marked by divine revelations, guidance, and a covenant relationship. A covenant relationship. Anti-Semite, divine connection. The anti-Semite movement emphasizes a deep personal connection with God. Regular, sin-free practices of behavior, such as constant remembrance of God's 26 commandments, prayer, meditation on the Word, fasting, and study of sacred texts, strengthens this connection and provides a sinless fortitude needed for a sin-free life. Without changing one's prior beliefs, just a strong desire to live sin-free. Without changing whatever belief you claim prior to being an anti-Semite, just having a strong desire within oneself to live sin-free. Moral and ethical framework. Israelites' law. The laws given to the Israelites 4,000 years ago at Mount Sinai provided a moral and ethical framework for living a righteous life at that time. Anti-Semite ethical framework. Similarly, the anti-Semite movement adheres to a set of 26 moral commandments, ethical principles, and practices aimed at guiding individuals towards sinlessness. These principles and practices help individuals make decisions that align with divine will and promote righteousness. We of the Anti-Semite Network do not come to condemn the laws of Moses. We are here in fulfillment of the laws of God. God's laws are never eliminated. They are just added on as sin has increased since the past 4,000 years from Moses. We have a practical application, daily practices, rituals, and observances. The Israelites had daily practices and rituals that reinforced their commitment to God's commandments. Anti-Semite principles and practices, daily practices such as prayer, fasting, mindfulness, ethical decision-making, and regular self-assessment are encouraged. These practices help individuals stay focused on our goal of living a sin-free life. Education and mentorship. Instruction and mentorship. Moses served as a teacher and mentor, giving the Israelites an understanding and following God's laws. Moses served as a teacher and mentor, guiding the Israelites in their understanding and following of God's laws. Modern education. Education is a key component of the anti-Semite movement. Teaching about the nature of sin, ways to overcome it, and the benefits of a sin-free life is essential. Mentorship programs are needed to provide guidance and support for those striving to live without sin. We beseech any person who desires to help in the anti-Semite effort to promote sin-free living, please make contact through the comments. Thank you. If you have skills and ideas to assist this cause of moving into our promised land of sin-free living. Long-term vision. This is a long-term, eternal vision, a new era. Israelites entering the promised land. The entry into the promised land symbolized the beginning of a new era for the Israelites, a life of freedom and fulfillment of God's promises. Anti-Semite's vision, the long-term vision, the eternal vision of the anti-Semite movement is to usher in a new era of sinless purity and moral excellence. This vision includes creating communities and societies where sin is minimized or eradicated totally, and where individuals live in harmony with divine principles and practices. Peace.